Hey, what is going on guys, my name is Devine and welcome back to another video on Hypixel the Pit, and today I will give you guys my setup on RageBit, since I tend to get into the top 3 players on RageBit 99% of the time, so I get an easy 2 renown every single time there's a RageBit, but I never use any mystics, I don't use plot armor, I don't use sharp swords whatsoever, I just use plain armor and the best setup, perk-wise. Now, first of all, you're going to need a diamond sword, diamond chestplate, and diamond boots. That's simply for dealing more damage and taking less damage. So everyone who's gonna play a RageBit should actually buy diamond armor if they're planning on getting into the top 3, if not top 10, depending on how much money they have. Now, before I started the last RageBit, I think I got around 5,000 gold during the event, and also got a fresh mystic sword, so that's pretty cool. So right now I do have 1 fresh sword actually. Pretty nice, and I got that during the event. Now, I don't have my melee damage maxed out, but you want to max out your melee damage if possible, because you're gonna deal 5% extra, and that's gonna matter in the long run. Also, your damage reduction should be maxed out if you can, but you know, I'm saving up for XP boost 4. Now, your first perk for healing is gonna be Vampire, no doubt about that. You could do Rage Potatoes, but they tend to be not so good in my opinion. So Vampire for the first perk. Now, your second perk slot is going to be filled with First Strike. Now, First Strike wouldn't be really useful in any other setup except for RageBit if you ask most of the players, but I tend to use it most of the time. But First Strike, you deal 35% damage to the first hit on a player, and it's going to, you know, since you're hitting different people every single time, you're dealing 35% damage on each hit. Then your next perk is going to be Gladiator. You receive 3% less damage per nearby player, 12 block range, and a minimum of 3 max of 10 players. Since it's RageBit, you know, spawn is gonna be full player, so you're going to have 30% damage reduction during the entire event. Now, the next perk is debatable, but I tend to use not dirty, but rank. Now, you gain resistance 2 on a kill with dirty, but you know, you already have diamond armor and you already have a lot of healing, so you're not going to die really fast, and in my experience you don't need the resistance 2 to stay alive for even longer, because most of the time I don't die even 1 time. And strength chaining, it's gonna matter a lot. If you get 1 or 2 kills, you're doing an insane amount of damage combined with First Strike, and if people are low, you just can go on a rampage and you can literally 1 or 2 tap people if they are low. So there you have it, my perk setup for RageBit, and you should be able to get better scores than just your random golden heads, bounty hunters, safety first setup. Now, I can also make a low prestige guide, but I'll probably do that in another video. So to sum it up, Vampire, First Strike, Gladiator, strength chaining, and you should be wrecking people in no time. If you guys did enjoy this small setup, then feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you when I'm prestige 11. Take care guys.